We're back again down UD and we're here with Ilche and he's going to tell us a little bit about his company and what's going on in France. Go ahead, Ilche.
Yeah, I'm one of the organizers from VW Days. It's an event we organize for 16 years now. It's not too far from the UK actually, it's just 2 hours from Calais. It's one of the biggest shows in France and probably one of the biggest in Europe because we've got close to 4,000 cars and 7,000 visitors. So it's a 3-day show. You can arrive on Friday, set up your booth and your camp and your tent, and the main show starts on Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah.
Okay, and what kind of cars can people expect to see at this show?
Mainly Volkswagens, Audi. We love OEM style, really close to the original shape. Nice wheel, and yeah, that's it. It's really simple things. We are not really about all the show-off style, but yeah,
just like nice, simple cars.
Yeah,
So what car do you drive?
I drive a Mark III cabby. Just the Vento front, air ride, and the Roddy forms. Vero 6 turbo at an engine, and except that it's fully original. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, basically tell everybody your Instagram, tell them the date of the show, promote your business.
Yeah, so you can join us for sure. It's this year 19-20 June. Again, it's 2 hours from England, really easy to reach, and we'll be all welcome, and thanks for your interviews.
No problem. Alright, we're back in UD and we're here with Starkey and he's going to tell us about his car. What's going on, mate?
Well, the car's kind of the car that I always wanted, the RS, so I kind of mix it up a bit every year for the show season, and when I got it, it's originally black and I thought it's time to go to town on it, so whilst I was doing that I made it grey and black, and this year it was time to make it orange so that I could get the complete opposite effect. So as you can see, really, there's not a bit on it that ain't touched. The wheels on it, the Rotiform SPFs, they're 10.5s by 20, so that's pushing it a bit. Had to pull the arches out on the front 10mm to clear the Tarex brakes that are on there, because obviously they're a bigger fitment than a standard RS. And then really, the guy that I really rely on is Paul Brown at C6 Carbon, because he does all this red carbon that we took a year to source, come from the US. And over the year we've been bespoking absolutely every single bit we can do and change it from standard to get it to carbon. The wraps by JD Wraps in Essex, they're the guys for me that absolutely knock it out of the park. And this is one of the new colours from 3M. So this is called liquid metallic copper. So the nice thing is about being metallic and liquid is it changes colour in the light, it's a bit like a pearl. The engine I haven't done a lot with, it's still a V8, it's running at the standard, I think it's 430 horsepower. Got a lot of grunt, 5-second car, 155 mile an hour. But it's just become my passion, and as it does with everybody with their cars, you just kind of go, I'm just going to take all my time and money and almost risk divorce and losing your children over it, and spend every working hour you can getting it sorted out.
So back to the wrapping, how did the embossing come about? How did they actually do that?
As far as I know, so they do the print off and mark it all out and then put the stickers underneath the wrap before they wrap it. The good thing obviously about wrapping is you can stretch the wrap and heat it up and get right tight to the stickers underneath. So again, everybody else kind of has had it down the bottom. I just kind of run it around the C-pillar and down the top, so it was at eye level, so if people wanted to see the detail, they can look at the detail.
Okay, that's cool. And then you were saying about the carbon taking a year. Why was that? Was it because of ordering it or?
Because there's a lot of carbon out there, but when we looked for it, I got 8 samples for it, and obviously when you get it, you only get a tiny little, like 3 inches by 3 inches, and you look at it and you kind of have to visualise it, what it's going to look like in a big, you know, on the car. and we got the swatches through, and this came from the States, and it was quite hard to get hold of, and it's becoming more available now, but we had to get it shipped over from the States, and obviously that took a while, and you know, it's getting everything sorted out, and because it goes in the queue with everybody else that wants everything built for show season, it's been a long, hard, I suppose, you know, process of getting that bit right on it. So took a risk, again, think it paid off, worked well, looks brilliant under the lights.
It definitely paid off. Tell us about the interior as well.
So the interior is done by Plush. Took it to Luke at Plush, and he's literally done, so between him and Paul at Carbon C6, stripped the car out completely, sent the interior off to Plush, everything, so it's all done underneath, on the seats, centre dash, behind the seats in Alcantara in the burgundy, matching up with the seat belts. Wanted to keep the interior black because it's kind of like, then you can mix up the car with colours outside, but really loved the burgundy, so I kept the stitching on that, and again matched everything in within the carbon. So between Paul and Luke, they kind of knocked it out of the park for me whilst we were doing other bits and getting ready with the other bits for the car. Like getting the wheels and the fitments right. But yeah, Luke's done a cracking job, and I'm still adding to this all the time because I've just put the box in there, so the armrest in carbon, the mirror this year's in carbon, so every time you get an opportunity to put another bit in there, you just go, yeah, that'll come out and go, we can take that apart, so you just do that bit as well. So.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you say that you do something to the car every year, and you have done a lot. Here's the question, have you got any ideas for next year?
I've got ideas for the rest of this year, not just next year. So plan for the shows this year is probably going to do early edition, Euro Sunday, Werversea, MIVW, Players Classic. Halfway through the year, it'll change colour. It might change wheels, it probably will. I've had about 14 sets of rotor form since I've had the cars, so it kind of gets moved about. I get bored very quickly.
I can tell, mate. Well, hopefully you keep your marriage. And no problem. Well, anyway, you take care, man.